welcome to the new, improved and relocated Oldham Leisure Centre. Let's commence with our boxing action straight away. Contest number 1, live and exclusive on VIPBoxing.tv. Here comes from Lydney Lewis van Poch.
No, past pronounces his name different every time. Lewis van Poch. You've got to sing the ring walk music as well, Lillis. That's one of the keys tonight.
Thanks for having me, Nick. Where's Adam and Johnny? I saw them in the green room. They were discussing pay-per-view TV. How are you, Nick, anyway?
I'm very good, mate, thanks. Here's Jim, he's with us here tonight as well.
Hello, Jim.
Hi, Nick. Oh, we're calling you Nick tonight. You're like main lead tonight, Steve. So you're taking on Nick's role tonight. So we want no unnecessary bias and everything straight as you see it.
Well, he's got World Championship qualities. I don't know which one I'm talking about, but he's under the Sky banner. This guy is going to be fighting for a world title, although I've never heard of him.
Keep the music going, Dale, until we see the next boxer. Thank you.
Passo getting an atmosphere going tonight.
He's going a bit grey, Passo, isn't he? I think he looked better when he...
Still got holes in the bottom of his shoes, you know.
I tell you what, I know something knowing Passo. I'll tell you a story about Passo, actually.
And opposing him, hailing from Denton, here is lights out, Newman.
We once played a charity football match in Weymouth in Dorset for a footballer, a Frank Maloney 11, and we went and played a testimonial match. Passo come down and he wouldn't buy a drink, and he pulled this woman down there who was in love with him, and he's round, he made her buy a drink for 19 men, no word of a lie. He's on first name terms with the first £5 he ever earned. Ice cream man on his spare time. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
I thought you were going to tell us the story about the sex shop in Bolton.
Oh no, you can tell us that one.
I don't think I would do that. It all involves a tattoo of a famous weightlifter.
Hi, Rich. How are you, mate?
Ladies and gentlemen, Black Flash Promotions in association with VIP Promotions, live and exclusive on VIPBoxing.tv. Main sponsors are Andrew Cowie Construction, Building on Reputation, and White Moss Pharmacy. The officials appointed by the Central Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control stood in charge, sitting proudly at ringside, Mr. Alistair Hayes. This first contest is for 3-minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the red coloured shorts trimmed with yellow. At the weight he scaled 11 stone, 11 pounds, 3 ounces. Tonight is his 45th professional contest, hailing from Lydney, presenting Lewis Poochie van Poch.
Pronounced that wrong as well.
And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red colour shorts trimmed with white. At the weight he scaled 12 stone, 2 pounds, 9 ounces. His ring record this evening reads 9 contests, 5 wins. One of those wins coming by way of knockout, 3 defeats and 1 draw. He hails from Denton, Tameside, presenting Lyndon Lights Out Newman. Timekeeper at the bell, Jamie Kirkpatrick, referee in charge of the action, Manchester's Darren Sargentson, for 3-minute rounds.
Could be something of a bit of a 4-round war, this, I think. Poch always comes to fight, and Newman could have a fight with himself, I think. Could be a bit of a good show opener.
Richard Farnan, Lewis's trainer, I know him quite well. He's got a couple of these sort of, should we say, losing journeymen, but they always put themselves in the fight. They don't come to survive. And
seconds out.
Lyndon looking a bit heavier than last time I saw him. I don't think he's fought for a long time, has he? I'm just looking. Yeah, you're right. I'm right for once. About 3 years since he boxed.
Yeah, it looks like them shorts were a bit of a squeeze getting them on tonight, doesn't it, Steve?
Yeah, I think it was.
Looks like a Charles Martin. He's just joined Pat up at Colliers and Moss, and I think Pat will be trying to tighten him up because he could be a bit wild at times.
There was Chris Jenkinson. I've seen him have an absolute war with down at Bolton. Is that right? Stato.
There we go. Yeah.
Great
That was his
fight.
last fight.
Great
He lost that to Chris. And you know what? Chris Jenkinson, one of those fighters, I'll never forget when he first turned pro. And I think he had a string of wins at the start of his pro career. And I thought Chris, I'm sure it was, did Chris fight in Bolton the other week?
He did.
Yeah, I thought Chris was going to do really, really well for himself. But he just drifted away and went on a losing streak. I thought he was going to have a good career.
Yeah, they're the twins, weren't they?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was from Bolton. I thought he was going to have a good career.
Did a bit with Alex Matvienko, didn't they? One-man
That's
diet
it.
down at the Elite Gym.
One man diet. Remember Polch last time? Chris Monaghan, who fights later on tonight. Chris's best performance, but Polch, he got beat for 3 rounds really, but the last round, like Steve says, there was no quit. He poured it all on him the last round.
What are you doing up here, Steve, anyway? What have you been up to, mate? Just
Today.
You've not come up with us for the boxing, have you? Oldham Leisure Centre, Steve Wood and Black Flash.
I live 3 miles away.
Yeah? I know you do. I dropped you off after our 10K,
yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah, I live 3 miles away. So, you know what, I rarely get the chance to go to a small show because I usually work on a Saturday night. So I've managed to get to this one tonight and I'm delighted to be here. And I'm in the company of Nick and Jim. It's fantastic. I think Adam and Johnny are still in the green room enjoying the wine gums.
That's a little counter punch there.
What do you make of the new Oldham Sports Centre, Steve? What do you make of the ambience of it?
It looks like, you know, they all look the same to me, these leisure centres, don't they? I mean,
I think Del Boy got a job, lot of blue
yeah,
paint looking
I mean,
at
they
it,
do.
yeah.
You know what? I think they need. I've got to be honest. They need to be absolutely rammed to get the best out of them. I think. Lyndon
Well,
certainly
into
sold
this
us.
first round.
Yeah.
Pat and Paulie, the gym's building up now down at Black Flash. Couple of big fights coming up.
Yeah, it's going from strength to strength at the moment. I know there's rumours of Lyndon Arthur turning over as well in September, so when you look at the potential they could have in a year, Zelfa, Lyndon, Alex Rutter, it's just building and building.
It's a bit of a conveyor belt there because they got the amateur club there that Tommy McDonough does a brilliant job through. So, you know, they're not leaving out. Good fighters aren't leaving amateur gyms having to go and find a professional gym. It's a natural progression to go through the system there.
Yeah, we've also signed got the same reach as Steve Woodshaw, but we've also got Marcel Braithwaite has signed to us from Liverpool as a really highly rated amateur. So we're attracting people now from other areas, but purely probably because of seeing Zelfa's stepped on so well.
Zelfa's a really good fighter. Pat's now established himself as a trainer. The guy with Pat in the corner, I'm sure, did he used to box, didn't he? The Silver, he was a middleweight from Droylsden or somewhere, didn't he?
He was, yeah. Solid fighter, Paulie. Paulie does a hell of a lot like underrated work in the gym as well with the pads.
There's a lot of the pad work, doesn't he?
Is he a pad man, is he?
Yeah, good pad man, yeah.
Worth their weight in gold, good pad man.
Seems to work quite well, him and Pat down at the gym. You've got Pat kind of polishes, you know, the technique, spends a bit of one-to-one time. You've got Paulie, seems to beast the lads.
And what's your role down there, Mr. Evans?
My role in Black Flash.
In your Black Flash, you
Corners,
down
10
there.
seconds.
I'm the floor manager.
You're the
on
floor
shows.
manager.
Yeah. And general, get interviews out with them all. Yeah, been a
Seconds out, round two.
Really.
You're the head of media and PR.
No, that's a Chrissy's one-man job. That Chris won't let anybody else touch that.
Good first round there, thought from Newman, worked the body well, put a lot in.
Yeah, he was very calm, wasn't he, as well? Pits his shots more than
You know what?
Speaks with a bloody nose just at the end of the round.
Wimbledon, considering he's had 3 years out, he looks okay, doesn't he?
He's got the new Lights Out nickname as well. Have you seen any Tony likenesses so far? You know, with James Lights Out, Tony.
Oh, yeah. So he does a lot for charity, doesn't he? For Tameside Hospital. Didn't he do a walk to Blackpool once?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's put 2 or 3 things on Facebook I've seen over the years.
How's your training going anyway?
Well, yeah, I've been in every day for the last 3 weeks.
Good man.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I've just had, fell off the wagon big time, but yeah, it's in the gym tomorrow with Gary Booth.
Too smooth,
12
eh?
o'clock, smooth camp.
Gary too smooth, Jason too smooth, Gary too smooth.
And Nicky, the worst nickname I've ever heard, Nicky One Smooth. One Smooth Move. Remember Nicky?
Get the tweets in, guys. Hashtag VIP Boxing Live. Got a question for Steve Lillis. Got a question for the floor manager, John Evans. We've got a question for Matt Bowles, who sat behind us. We'll even ask Matt.
Any of them dodgy questions coming in for me or what?
We've got a topic for the night as well, haven't we, Simon?
What's your
We're
topic?
saving that one for a bit later on, Steve. Wait for the kids to go to bed.
We'll go past the watershed, I think.
It's to do with love making, so we'll bring that one
Well,
on.
what's the watershed on VIP and Black Flash promotion nights?
3 fights in.
Three fights in.
Then we go retard then. We go rogue. Good work here again from Newman. He's put it in. Clearly won the first round.
He's,
Left foot then he didn't want to take.
but he made a bit. He stood right in range there, didn't he?
I think the old Lyndon would have fired straight back and got involved in a brawl. He's got pat in his ear at the moment, though. What's the San Francisco 49ers reference here, Simon?
Big American football fan, Van Pooch. Big American football. Plays a little bit of it as well.
Who's this?
Van Pooch plays a little bit of American
Isn't
football.
he going
He's
to
had a try
America
that,
to
yeah.
live soon, isn't he? Is he going to America to live or something soon? I saw
Ed went in then from Newman.
I saw on his Facebook
Yeah.
he's going to move to America. He's
Yeah, he loves
got
it. Massive.
what's he got a green card for over there? He's got a green card to go and work there, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is he's doing. He talked about it a few times when I've been in the dressing room with him. 2 rounds in. I don't know if we've told anyone who's who here in the ring. Well, they can work it out. We've got Newman in the metallic red with a white trim. We've got Van Pooch red with a yellow trim.
Well,
10 seconds, second round.
He has got Poochie on his back as well, in case you were struggling for identification.
You've seen the ring car girl with 10 seconds to go then, Steve. 2 rounds up there for Newman. Steve Lilly's first question's coming for the night. What do you make of Smith and Canelo?
Liam Smith is going to give a much better account than what people think. But I'm not here going to start saying he's going to go and win. He will give a really good account. I'll never forget when he walked into that gym, the Joe Gallagher's gym. Gallagher's always said since day one, although he was the most unheralded of them because he didn't have the amateur success of the rest. He still won an ABA title, I think, before he went over around 2008. He won it at York Hall, I think. He always said he's the one that could be better than a lot of them. And he won't let himself down there in Las Vegas or Texas, wherever the fight goes, ends up going. It's a much better fight than what people think. I mean, the criticism from America, from some of the guys out there, is purely because they haven't bothered to see Liam Smith. And they haven't, just like, you know, sometimes we'll criticise American boxers coming over
round
here.
3.
We haven't seen them and they're better than what they think. Liam Smith will do himself proud of that there and won't let himself down. And we've got to remember, I think it's September 2013 since Canelo last got to below 154 pounds when he was contractually obliged to make, was it 153 or 152 against Floyd Mayweather. He won't let himself down, he won't freeze on the night, and whatever happens, he will leave that ring that night with his reputation not just intact but enhanced.
Yeah, I think Liam's the type of character as well. When you look at how Amir approached that fight, Liam's going to approach us in a totally different manner, isn't he? The style of fight, his attitude, and the American fans are going to love Liam's style as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a no-lose for him.
And you know what, it does mean a lot. These a lot of the people on Twitter, fighters make routine fights, like, you know, Liam Smith fought the Montenegrin guy the other day. I'm going to sit here and say he was a great challenger. You know, Chris Eubanks just fought Tom Duran. Amir Khan, you know, when he fought Carlos Molina, what's he fighting him for? You know, but these sort of guys, they're fighting the best now. You know, Golovkin, we hope, Khan against Canelo, and now Liam Smith against Canelo. They're daring to fight the best. What's wrong with that? You know, they have a nothing fight. Oh, you're wasting time. They don't want to fight anyone. They fight the best. They're getting slaughtered. You can't win with some of these fools.
Yeah.
Work here from Newman. You can see what Pooch's plan is. He's trying to cover up and catch him with a counter left hook as he's coming out.
Well, he had that success of it in the second round, didn't he, that left hook? But that was about more Newman's fault for staying in the pocket.
Newman's shown a lot more like head movement, isn't he, since he got caught out of left hook. He's showing a few more feints. He looks like a different fighter than he did before his layoff. Obviously, there's like tougher tests to come, isn't there? And he's going to come down in weight. But
I'm really surprised we've seen him back in the ring. Because I just wondered where he'd got to. Because I always followed his career. He was always in my local paper, the Tameside Reporter and Advertiser. Because he was a local boxer, and I just thought he'd vanish from the scene.
Not a lot behind them shots. 6 or 7 shots did land. See Van Pooch's there again.
Well, what did Lyndon wait for this? Was he about? I'd like to see him. He certainly get
Yeah, Lyndon was 12 stone 2.
He can certainly get down to middleweight.
Yeah, there's another
Even
division
light middle.
there.
There's another division he can go down and see how he looks then about getting back to light middle. 'Cause he was there before, wasn't he?
Nice body shot from Van
Do
Poot.
you think he looks like maybe he spent the time off lifting weights? He's got that look around
Yeah,
his shoulders, hasn't he?
Shoulders
His
at a
half.
top arm, but he could certainly get down to middleweight, I think, because if he's thinking it's super middleweight, has he got the height? He's about 5'6", 5'7". He looks. He's not going to be able to mix it with the natural super middleweights.
He's an old school boxing neck, can he? You look at him there, Lyndon. You know he has got.
On a lower level to Martin Murray, big, well-built lad, but just not big enough for 12 stone.
Good action, 3-3. Pretty clear cut on the scorecards. Have we got
Yeah,
there?
all 3 rounds to Lyndon. So he's being pushed, and as always, Lewis Pucci is being competitive.
Steve Lillis unofficial scorecard there. Just spotted Johnny Rocco on the far side. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? Looks more like Terry Needham. My eyesight's awful, Lillis.
Yeah, you need to get glasses. It's all that going in the gym every morning and letting Murray and Booth bash you up, mate, every morning.
Spotted Karen Priestley ringside.
Yeah, Karen, don't miss the show. What a lovely, lovely girl. She don't miss the show. She's so enthusiastic about her boxing and taking her pictures.
She loves a weigh-in photo, does Karen? You
Love
put
it.
her boxing a pair of undies and she's there, mate.
Corners,
I
10
was telling you
seconds.
said that, lad.
So, do you know what? She actually has someone that told her last time when we were talking on air that she's got a dark room. where she
Seconds
keeps
out
pictures
for the
of certain
fourth and
boxers.
final round.
That's Tommy Taven.
Oh, Tommy. And next to Terry Dooley there, Andy Whittle, man who most probably, Andy there, he most probably sees more boxing from ringside than anyone else in the country. Not most probably, he does.
Definitely does. He'll have 3 shows this weekend.
I think he's an electrician by trade, but prefers the boxing, and his wife lets him travel around covering that. And he does you know what? He does an unheralded job for boxing news. Doesn't get the recognition that he deserves. He's a good man,
Nice left foot there from you.
even though he's a Tottenham fan.
He's looking at Van Pooch now. His face is starting to feel a little bit sorry for himself, but the rest of his body language is giving off. He's still there for a scrap.
Lyndon's loading up a little bit more
Yeah,
now.
Needs to
much
get
more
them hands
tired.
up.
This is exactly what Van Pooch did last time we saw him against Monaghan. He just refuses to give up and just keeps on winging away even when it's looking like he's well out of it.
Spoke to Richie Garner, who's a trainer over in Wales. He did a little bit with Van Pooch in the early days, and he used to, he had a bit of talent, did Van Pooch. Got a couple of rough decisions and what have you, and he, gets more money going out on the road.
There's a lot of them like it. Christian Lake, Willie Warburton, guys that go out on the road. And then remember when Nobby Nobbs had that really stable in Birmingham? And I tell you, there was a kid in that stable, Anthony Hanna. If he'd gone the other route, he would have been a really good fighter. Never forget talking to the late Phil Martin around him before Phil died, and when Anthony had just turned pro, and he went straight down that journeyman circuit. And I asked Phil if there was one fighter in the country you'd like to train, who would it be? And he said Anthony Hanna.
Yeah. We've got William Warburton, similar sort of thing. William Warburton's a really talented fighter, but he's picked up 2 wins recently.
Yeah.
He's up to number 13 in my rankings.
Mate, you know
he
what?
upset a debutant last
And I'll
week.
tell you what, if he put himself in it, the fight that fell through tonight against Mark Thompson, he wouldn't have been without a chance
He'd have
in that
fancied that
fight
fight
either.
tonight,
He would have
wouldn't he?
fancied, sort of fight he would have fancied. I think it was only a point in it last time they fought, so it's a shame it isn't going on.
We've got fighters to open the show tonight.
Very honest, both given their all.
Sanderson, the referee, new to the sport. He was on one last week. I think someone pinched his dinner money, or his wife had kept his funds down. He was very finicky last week.
Yeah,
Well, not had to get involved tonight. Just let him get on with it.
We haven't these two. I mean, it's a sign, of a good fight, maybe a good referee. They also say when he hasn't got to be involved. These two, they've given it all, and then Newman just had that little bit more. He's just beating him to the punch a little bit more. And you know what? You look at Pooch, and you can see there is a little bit of talent there. He could have been a better fighter, but he's gone down this route.
Good action here in the last round. Landed a couple of nice body shots with Van Pooch. Lyndon Newman's barmy army. I think they're going to be happy in a few minutes.
Good return to action for Lyndon there. That's the first fight of the night underway. We've got 7 fights for you tonight. on VIP TV. Lyndon getting us shown the way there. We're saying a 40-36.
40-36, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, you know what? He might have got a share in the last round. He did really okay in the last round, Van Poos. But there's only one winner. And you know what? Lyndon can be well pleased with his work. For 3 years out of the ring, he can be very happy.
We're going to let Steve have a go at pronouncing the name of the guy making his debut in the next fight.
This guy's a Lithuanian super welterweight regional WBC IBF Sky pay-per-view boxing champion, Mindaugas Barblas.
You can call him Mindles for short. Should we go with Mindles showing me fight?
I don't know actually. I know quite a few Lithuanian guys.
Bablis.
South, and it's Mindaugas.
How do they welcome you down south with that accent, with a Warrington accent?
Do you know what, mate? It was absolutely the first night you ever had out in Maidstone. He ended up taking a big effort back to the. Oh, it was fantastic. It was, mate. It's a big, horrible, big sweaty bird. It was a great night of action, mate. It was better than some of the 4 rounds, as you see.
And that was your badge of courage with the lads at work.
That was the one.
That was the one.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 hard-fought rounds of light heavyweight action, referee Mark Lyson, scoring for Darren Sargentson, has scored this particular contest 40 points to 36 points for your winner, hailing from Denton, Lyndon lights up Newman. And a fine gallant effort, please, from Lewis Van Porsche.
I love a little pause from his fans there, as if there was some kind of a suspense about which way the decision was going to go. But Lyndon's back on the winning run there.
Looking at 1 or 2 of the faces, I genuinely don't think some of these people did think he was going to get that decision. But not new to the sport.
He well won. Lyndon well won the fight. I thought in the last round. See you, Rich. Yeah, take care,
Just
mate.
let Steve, you are commentating, mate, when you go shaking hands in the middle of a sentence,
my pal,
mate.
Rich Farley, he's a good man, Rich.
Just had a tweet in as well. I've just been asked if Colonel Sanders is sat on the front row. Can't confirm or deny that. Sat next to Matt Bowles. Yeah.
Where's that?